The Minnesota Gophers are 1-0. They take down Buffalo. Like Tristyn Spann-Ford said, we are on the way to 10-2. So we are going to be talking about that game. We are going to recap, give you our fan listener comments of the week, and then we're going to dive into the new opponent, Northwestern State. We got predictions for you this week as well. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get it. What up? You're listening to the Gopher Broke Podcast. It's your boy Kane, Rob, and Tristyn Spann-Ford coming at you with your Gophers football talk once a week, every week. How you doing, Tristyn?
1-0. Feels good. No complaints, baby. No complaints.
1-0, no complaints. You know, there are a couple of Big Ten teams that are not 1-0, so we're gonna live in this glory right now. I want to dive right into it. First, we'll get your gripe. You got any gripes for the week?
Oh, I got one.
He's got one.
I don't know if I talked about this already. Did I talk about school supply shopping?
No, you did not.
School supply shopping is a racket now. It is an absolute racket. My kid is not using 8 glue sticks this year. I'm supplying the school. Like, I don't know. I understand they're not funded properly. Correct. I don't have the answer for that. But the answer can't be me paying for 6 boxes of Kleenex, 18 glue sticks, 2 packs of pencils that don't even go to my kid's backpack. They just go right into the bucket when they go into class. It's insane. I'm paying for all these school supplies that my kid's not going to use none of. 2 packs of crayons. This is crazy. It's a racket. The whole thing's nonsense.
You haven't even brought up if tariffs have brought some of the prices up on supplies and things like that too. So it's all going up. You buying more, you paying more.
$1.25.
Buying more, paying more, you just can't win. But I have a gripe this week as well. Your boy is preparing to go on the first flight with the 1.5-year-old, and I am stressed because I do not want to be that guy that has the kid just having the tantrum in the middle of the plane and everybody gives you them looks. My wife's like, it happens, like it'll be fine. And I'm like, no, I hate when other people's children go crazy, wild tantrums. I can't be that person. It will wreck me. It will destroy my soul. So I'm like, okay, we're going to bring new toys he's never seen. We're going to hook him up with this. We're going to do that. I got little kid headphones. We're going to get Bluey going. I was like, whatever it takes. My mission on this 2-hour flight, very short flight, is to make sure this child is content.
You got to go no naps. You got to go no naps whatsoever before you leave. Keep him up all night. Make sure he is super tired. And then when you get to your destination, they'll be overtired. But hey, These are the breaks. That's what we got.
Yeah. So that is the gripe of the week. We're going to dive right in. I want to know what's one thing, because we had official football. Week 1 is in the books now. Football is here. We got lots of football to go. But with Week 1, I want to know one thing that shocked you. It doesn't have to be Minnesota related. It could be anything throughout college football. What is one thing that shocked you in Week 1?
I mean, Bama's got to be a big one. Part of me was like, oh no, if Wisconsin beats Bama, that would really suck.
Yeah, that's true.
But
that's true.
Bama also kind of sucked last year, and they still routed Wisconsin. So I'm not really that worried about it. But that was probably off the top of the dome. That was shocking. But I do like Florida State.
I'm with you. Bama was up there on my list. I also thought it was really interesting to see across the Big Ten, nobody was really night and day better than Drake Lindsey as a quarterback. The quarterbacks overall look good across the board. But a lot of the young dudes showed out. Malik Washington, Drake Lindsey, Bryce Underwood, even Ryan Brown with Purdue. Those were some of the leaders in the conference when it came to pass yardage and whatnot. And I'm here for it. The young dudes were not batting an eye. They were not flinching. They were showing we're in this. We're changing the narrative of Big Ten quarterbacks, and I am here for it 100%. I don't care if it's lower opponents right now. They showed that they aren't making dumb decisions and they are getting through reads. They are making smart plays, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It felt good that I was kind of paying attention to that every game I watched as well, just to kind of do the compare and contrast. And it did feel good. We might have a dude. We might have a dude.
We might have a dude. I am here for it. And what I'm also here for is the fan comment of the week. We're going to feature one fan's comment on our live shows in this following episode. So our fan comment of the week is Kent Milbrandt 3989 over on YouTube. He said, this game we just played, the Buffalo game, was not close, just the score. Buffalo had some very good defensive players. We dropped too many passes, but we won the game. And look, that's the comment of the week because, one, we need more comments, folks. Start dropping them comments over in the YouTube channel. We did have a couple things to choose from, but I picked Kent's because Kent helped lead us into our recap of the week. He hit it on the head. The defense looked rock solid. This game did not feel close from start to finish. Yardage-wise, it was not close from start to finish, but the score just stayed closer than it should have been the entire game. So I think Kent hit it on the head. How are you feeling looking back at that week 1 win against Buffalo? Yes, it was 23-10, but it didn't feel that way for the most part.
No, I mean, you take those first 2 drives to the red zone where we just came away empty-handed was tough, but it was exactly still what you wanted to see. Like, PJ was still aggressive. He was, doing what he needed to do, even though it was week 1. I couldn't agree more that it never felt like an issue. I think I texted you during the game and just said it doesn't feel like the score is as close as it is.
Right.
So, yeah, that comment is exactly correct.
Yeah, no, he hit it on the head. I mean, the score was close until the end when we finally put up 10 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. But when you're talking about it, like 43 total yards to 151 total yards, that's domination. Like, if we would have lost that game, I would have been baffled. And you know what? We've had games like that before. It usually happens against Iowa, but still, I would have been baffled because the yardage domination. Turnovers, we had the only turnovers in the game. Like, they did exactly what you needed them to do, except for finish some of those early drives.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what it was still. I think I was still impressed by the way we played, even though we didn't finish those drives. For week 1, that is kind of the type of stuff that you expect to see. I expected to see a lot more errant things happen than we actually did during that game. So I still came through, even when we were making those errors, I was like, okay, that's a week 1 error. You move on from it and see how we do next time. So I still wasn't disappointed by anything that I saw during the game.
True. Honestly, I was kind of surprised that when we did have the errant things happen, they didn't keep on continuing. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like when we played Nebraska week 1 or when we played North Carolina week 1, it was like an errant thing would happen and then we'd start to come back and another errant thing would happen and we start to come back and another errant, and it just like felt like we couldn't get out of our own way. Whereas this game, it felt like an errant thing would happen and then it was like, all right, cool, next drive. Here, we're moving the entire field. Drake makes a huge play. We score the ball. We get a field goal. We get a sack. I was like, oh, okay, we can respond. Like, we don't collapse or crumble. Now, again, it was versus Buffalo, but this Buffalo team is going to be a decent team in the MAC. They were last year, and they look solid here. Like our guy Kent said, their defense had a ton of players that were rock solid.
Yeah.
And the thing that I was most impressed by, I will bring up a little early, but I was going to bring it up here in a second, is that Buffalo defense had 9 starters back from this last year, and all of the film they put out last year, Coach Fleck came out in the presser and said they did nothing of what was on their film last year. The Gophers were playing the adjustment game and making on-the-fly adjustments the entire game. So shouts out to Buffalo showing different packages, different looks, trying to catch the Gophers off guard. But luckily, the Gophers have been there, have done that, and they understand how to respond in those situations.
No, I totally agree. That defense was, I mean, they were actually really impressive for the most part. From what I was watching, I was like, the D line, those linebackers, they were flying around. So it was definitely not who we're playing this week, hopefully.
Yeah, no, you ain't wrong. You ain't lying about that. And even so, like, Darius Taylor had 141 yards rushing, and we said it multiple times. It did not feel like it. It was the quietest one. His longest rush was 18 yards. Like it was literally death by 1,000 paper cuts. Like we just kept going, kept going, kept going. And there's a lot of teams that won't do that. They won't be committed enough to do that. They want to hit an explosive. They want to hit a big play. And that's where Buffalo will probably take advantage against some other teams, especially teams in the MAC. But when you're playing against the PJ Fleck ran team, look, we love time of possession. We'll take all the
Yeah.
paper cuts. We will take every 3-4 yard run you give us because that's enough to get us a first down in four plays. Like we will
Oh,
go that route.
absolutely. No, and like I said it on Thursday that when they showed the graphic in like the third quarter of Darius Taylor's yards, I was like, what? In what? Like how? Where did those yards come from? This must be an error. But yeah, that was the quietest 140-yard game I've ever seen.
Right. I think he's top 3 in the Big Ten right now in rush yards. I'm just
No,
saying he's
we
on
go.
track. He's on course right now.
We go.
But the last stat, well, it's not even my stat of the week. Stat of the week's coming next. But one thing to bring up is that Gophers defense just shutting it down on third downs. That is Gopher defense. I don't care if it's Heatherman. I don't care if it's Rossi. I don't care if it's Collins now. They get it done on third down and get off the field. And when they do that, they have an elite defense. There's been 1 year with Rossi where it was fluked out and it was our worst year defensively. And it was the year we didn't get off on third down. Right now, getting off on third down, 1 for 11. That is great no matter what level of school you are playing because at some point people can luck into first downs. And they were like, nah, not more than once. You got your one and you're not getting any more. So the Gophers defense was coming to play.
No, yeah, it's great. And when the defense plays like that, you can see it out of the offense even once they get back on the field. Like if we do have to punt or we do turn the ball over, it's not as devastating because the offense knows, okay, defense get the ball back. Like they're gonna go 3 and out, we'll be back on the field. Like we'll run it back. So it looked great. It looked great.
I'm with you, but I am going to move it. So we're going to have a couple different sections we'll do each week now, segments, I should say. Our first one, real quick, the stat of the week. Now, Tristyn, I've got a stat for you. I don't think you would have seen this, and I think you're going to be impressed by it. We talked about heading into this game. There was one factor that we wanted to see cleaned up with the Gophers, and it happened. Because, Tristyn, I want you to guess how many missed tackles the Gophers had this week.
Maybe. Oh, wow. I wasn't even paying attention to that. 15?
0 missed tackles on the defense. This defense had 0 missed tackles. They forced a bunch of missed tackles. Darius Taylor forced like 5 or 6. Javon Tracy forced like 5. They were forcing missed tackles. But when it came to missing the tackles themselves, donut. They took care of it. Fundamentals, got off the field. I love it.
That's incredible. That is, you can't ask for more out of your defense.
You can't, literally. They did perfection on that one.
It's perfect.
All right, so that's our stat of the week. We will bring one of those for you every single week. Hopefully we can find a fun one like that one. Next segment we got going for you is the That Boy's Good by Tristyn Spann-Ford. So who is your guy this week that just showed out? Maybe you didn't expect it. That boy's good.
Anthony Smith stepped on this field and stood on business the whole game. Like he dominated every aspect of the defense. He was flying around, making plays in the backfield, batting passes down. He was a stud. That dude came out and said, I'm here. He set a precedence right off the bat. So I'm excited about what he's going to put together for us this season because dude went crazy right off the bat.
Yes, sir. That boy's good. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, and then the next segment we've got is my segment, and it is what the hell? Like, what is happening in this game? What the helly moment of that game? And I'm going to tell you, you already know what it's going to be. It was the Madden glitch interception. The man threw it towards Jamison Gears, who was pushed and fell. The ball hit him in the foot. It bounced off the Feezy. Usually it's off the Heezy street ball. I know. I tried to make it work. But anyways, it went off the feet, bounced up in the air, and the linebacker started to return it. It looked like it was going to be a pick six. I was shaking my damn head. My jaw was on the floor. I looked back up at the monitor screen in the press box because I was like, what just happened? How did that happen? And Darius Taylor, thankfully, put the culture on full notice culture guy through and through, hawked him down, stopped him from getting the touchdown, and then they ended up only getting a field goal on that drive. So he saved 4 points in that game. But that was my what the helly moment. I've never, not in my life, seen a Madden glitch interception happen in real life, but we saw it this last week, week 1. Drake Lindsay even laughed about it after the game and was like, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, good for that guy.
I mean, hey, I don't know what else. I thought it bounced off the ground. I was like, what is this guy doing right now? Like, there's no way they showed the replay. I was like, oh, it just didn't hit the ground. That was insane.
Right. No, just crazy. All right. So I want you to give me 2 things that you were excited by from this game. Then I'm going to tell the folks what we learned from this game, and then we're going to head into our week 2 matchup versus Northwestern State. So Tristyn, what are 2 things from this game that you are excited by moving forward?
Drake Lindsay's confidence. He is not afraid. He doesn't care who he's throwing it to. If you're open, you will get the ball. So he's not affected by anything. I don't care how many drops you had. He's going right back to you. He looks like a veteran quarterback. He gives me the most confidence on this team. Darius Taylor, again, 140 yards out of nowhere. Imagine a game that we're like, wow, he dominated. It's going to be a 200-yard game. Like, this guy is a freak. Every time he touches the field, 100 yards. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Just put him down for 100 in the stat book.
For real. He is a real one. He knows what he's doing. He gets it done, and that's why he's going to be an NFL guy one day. Darius Taylor is the OG on this Gophers running back room. Absolutely love it. I'm with you in agreement. Now, the things we learned from this game. First of all, we learned Buffalo's defense looked pretty decent, but Minnesota's offense still put up almost 450 offensive yards on that defense. That should tell you, regardless of inexperience, regardless of youth, this offense has something going. Now, I saw some people talking on Twitter during the game like, oh, we're not going to do anything until we get an offensive coordinator. Bro, you've got Quincy Avery, quarterbacks coach, talking about this is the most NFL-ready offense as far as the calls they make, the checks they make, how they prepare the quarterback is the closest to what NFL teams are doing. And we're seeing that carry over with Max Brosmer. So I get it. You want sexy. You want flashy. You want the 50 points. And you know what? I'd love to see it too. We still got a young team. It can happen. It should happen this week against Northwestern State. But the offensive coordinator, and I was not a Greg Harbaugh guy coming into his first year. I'm not going to lie to you. First year with Ethan Calimanis, I was like, look, I think it's the OC's fault that why we're sucking right now. I think Greg Harbaugh is not him. And I'm going to walk it back. He's impressed me with what he has done when a quarterback can intellectually and IQ read the field pre-snap, post-snap like he needs. When he has someone that is good at that, this offense looks good. It hums. So I'm here with Greg Harbaugh and this offense. I disagree with those Twitter comments. But like we said, 450 yards basically of offense against the defense. That was pretty good. That means as we continue to gel, it'll only get better. So that's thing number 1 that I learned in this game. Number 2, both PJ Fleck and Drake Lindsay in the press conference gave insights that simply confirmed to me that Drake Lindsay learned a ton from Max Brosmer when it came to preparation, reading the field, pre-snap, post-snap, and all of that. Because PJ Fleck mentioned in the presser that they had a different offensive game plan for this Buffalo team. They wanted to feature Coy more. They wanted to get cute, basically, is kind of what he was saying without saying it. But then he said Buffalo, their film heading into this was pretty standard film. They like to sit in cover 3. They didn't show a lot of blitzes. Tonight is what he said, that game night was not standard. They were blitzing from everywhere. They were playing bear fronts. They were moving all over the place. Their stunt game was crazy, and their coverages were mixing up more than they normally did. And so they did all of that, which the Gophers did not prepare for, and the Gophers were never flustered. Drake Lindsay, the red shirt freshman quarterback, was never flustered. He was making adjustments at the line. He was calm. He was cool. He's collected, like we've said time and time again. But that is understated when you hear the coach talk about, like, look, we actually were not prepared for that type of stuff, but we know that we have installed so much in our fall camp and are so confident in our quarterback that we can move it on the fly and be ready for it. Now, if you told me 2 years ago when we had Ethan, and I'm an Ethan guy. I like Ethan. I still got love and respect for him. It did not work here. He is not the type of quarterback that fits in this system. But Ethan probably would have panicked in that situation because he wasn't the pre-snap, post-snap, getting the reads and whatnot. Look, you got to make it simpler. You got to make it RPO style for him.
Mhm.
Whereas Drake Lindsay read it like a pro. Then Drake Lindsay also talked about recognizing the pressure. And I just want you, I'm going to try to play a clip here. We'll see if it works. We're doing this on the fly. I'm going to try to play a clip here. And I just want you to hear how much of a pro this redshirt freshman already sounds like.
I did the return motion with the tight end. Saw the pressure that they were bringing all night. Alerted the O-line to it. DT had a great pickup. Dylan Ray got the end by me, and then I just stepped up, and he was right in my vision. They were playing hot coverage behind it, and he was wide open, so I just had to give him a good ball, and then he did the rest.
So I don't know how clean that was coming through the recording. It's still playing as I'm talking. But basically what he said, he's talking about his touchdown throw to Jalen Smith. He was talking about he saw the read pre-snap, saw the pressure that they were blitzing because they brought it a couple different times throughout the night. He made the adjustment. He had his tight end, I think he sent on a motion to be able to address it and whatnot, and then basically talked through how he saw the opening and where he stepped up and all that. Your redshirt freshman is talking like a 3-year starter. I love it. We learned in this game that he is cerebrally advanced when it comes to playing quarterback.
Oh yeah, not to mention, like he has all the physical attributes you already need. But how many guys do you see in college football who have the physical attributes but lack the intelligence level that keeps them from taking that next step?
Mm-hmm.
We got a dude. We got a dude.
We got a dude. And I'm looking forward to what we continue to see from him. The last two things I noticed, the defense looked nice. We've already talked about it. I think they're going to look real nice again this week. The final thing I noticed, it was outside of Minnesota. Look, I'm not going to lie to you, Tristyn. I'm getting a little bit nervous with week 3 against Cal. Cal's got to do that quarterback, man. I don't know if you watched that game.
I did not.
Cal's
I did not see it.
True freshman, 234 yards, 66% completion, 3 touchdowns, was throwing the ball all over the yard. He looked nice. Actually, the highest graded quarterback in the country right now on PFF from his week 1 game. That dude looked nice. So we're talking about maybe 2 young buck quarterbacks dueling it out at 9:30 p.m.
I love a nice
Week 3.
Love
Week
that.
3.
I love that. I mean, hey, that'll be a true test to see where we're at when it comes to the Big Ten play. So I think our schedule is set up perfectly for us to ramp into that.
I agree. If we can go out there, we swing it out, we win that one in a close one, you get a bye week and you head into Big Ten play, it can set the Gophers up for a lot of success, and it can be a true measuring stick coming out of these 2 games that we should win. Then you head to Cal, and I think you still should win, but it's going to be more of a battle than I initially thought it was going to be.
They ain't seen a secondary like ours yet. Just saying.
Hey, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. All right, let's turn the page. Let's go to Northwestern State. Okay, so we're going to talk about them a little bit. Any insights, any research Tristyn's got on the Northwestern State Demons? The hat's flipping backwards, folks. He's getting into it right here. What you got for me?
I did some deep diving into the Northwestern State. Now, fact or fiction? They just won their first game in 20 games. That's a fact.
I'm going to say fact because I just also wrote that note down for myself.
Now, they are coming off a win. That should be said. They did win 1 game out of the last 20. Now, that is all I've written down because
that's all you need to know.
There's nothing. If you look at the stat lines, I'm looking at stat lines of players. Their quarterback threw for 85 yards, something like that.
85 yards, bro. 85 yards.
I'm thinking that it's just not updated. I'm looking at the Yahoo Sports app. Like, they just didn't get all the stats written down. But hey, again, they got a win. There was, I think, a weird punt return or a kick return or something in the game.
Touchdown, scoop and score. Yep.
So there was some things that happened. We should win this game by
40.
At least a zillion points.
40.
A zillion points minimum.
Yes. No, I'm with you 100%. I literally said their scoring, they scored 20 to 10. They won 20 to 10. Their scoring was a scoop and score off a muffed punt touchdown, a 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. Now, when you look at their box score, their quarterback was 9 of 18 for 50% completion. Not great. 85 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Then I'm like, okay, so that means their running back probably just killed it, right? Just absolutely. Their quarterback led the team in rushing with 69 yards. They had 2 running backs with 53 and 44 yards. Overall, they had 5 running or people who carried the rock for 185 yards. But if I'm thinking you won by double digits, you passed for only 85 yards, I'm thinking you're running for like 300 yards, going nuts. No, this team is not good. And tie it all up, put a bow on it. It was against the FCS team. Like, they are going to be shook heading into Huntington Bank Stadium, watching the fans go, row, row, as
Nope.
PJ takes his squad out that tunnel. The fireworks go off, and these folks are like, yeah, we lost. We lost.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
This game, I've been thinking about it all week, and I want to have delusions of a national championship. That's how bad, like, I would like us to just throttle them. I want our second strings to throttle them. I want our third string to throttle them. And I want to be like, look at us. We're literally the best team in the country. It's literally, I want it to be like when you play Madden and you play in your opponent and you turn all the sliders down. So you just putting up 90 points on them. That's what I'm envisioning for this game.
It needs to be. It needs to be. It's the perfect game for the Gophers to get the other running backs on the field, which we had brought up in our live postcast we wanted to see more of. It's the perfect game to test your depth and get guys like Naeem Parrish, Riley Sunrum, Mo Sane, Malachi Coleman, Kenrick Lanier, Samuel Madu. Get those guys on the field getting snaps so they get the live action, so they get the needing adjustments. There will be a couple hiccups, but you know what? Hiccups with this team probably still means they gain 10 yards on a drive. Like, this team is not a good team, and I'm not trying to be rude, but when you're 20 straight losses in the FCS, you should not be anywhere near a Big Ten school. And that's what I'm expecting this game to be. I'm not going to feel nervous on this one. This is the one. Somebody in the offseason posted their win percentages for the Gophers game by game, and it was like, game number 1, they thought we had like a 80% chance of winning. Game number 2, they put like 85. I was like, no, you need to switch that to a 99.99999. Like, this squad is not it. Plain and simple. I usually respect the opponent because we've had Bowling Greens here. We've had the Northwestern 28-point comebacks in the fourth quarter. Like, I've seen bad football. Even bad football will smack this team.
I hope we are not putting out some bulletin board material. We're not, actually. I'm not even going to let that sink in my head. We're not. I think this is actually kind of ideal when you think of scheduling purposes. Usually the cupcakes first, right? And that's how it was for how many years, and now they're kind of going away from that. It's kind of nice that the way we worked out with Buffalo was a very decent team. They're a decent MAC team. And then kind of being able to roll into your cupcake game with those teaching points and be like, okay, this is what worked, this is what didn't work. Let's try this here before going into the season. It's kind of nice. I kind of like that, the way it's set up, for us at least.
No, for sure. And especially now having a little bit more hesitation with that Cal game, this is the perfect chance to find those timing and connections with your receivers in the first half, to get trust in those other running backs so Darius Taylor doesn't have to be running to the ground versus Cal in a night game. Like, I think overall, this is setting it up perfect for us to get the groove and then hit the road and show that the Gophers still own California, plain and simple. Like, that's how it's been this last year. When basketball, football, you name it, the Gophers have been owning it out in Cali. So overall, I think this is the great warm-up game for that. Now, my keys to this game, 3 keys for you. First one, do not hurt yourselves. Take care of the football. Like, that is key number 1. Key number 1, it could probably be key number 2 and 3 as well, but we're going to keep it to key number 1. Key number 2 is finish your drives. We saw last week what it looks like, and they still found ways to get it done that came together at the end, but let's turn those into touchdowns early, get up by like 35-0 in the first half, and then start getting your starters out of the game. Let those young guys come in and carry it. Let those young guys get experience. So overall, finish your drives. And then the last one, the third and final key of the week for me. It's KISS. It's a principle I tell myself over and over and over. Keep it simple, stupid. Like, just keep it simple. Run the ball. No need to get crazy with it. Get your base play calls down. Get your wide receiver timings out there. Let Jalen Smith build a connection with Drake Lindsey. Let Lemecki and whoever else in the field, Loya, Tracy, let them get touches. Let them get reps. Let them get feels for their quarterback and timing. And then score the points, get off the field at halftime, or maybe a drive into the third quarter, and then put the backups in, run the score up, win the game, go home. That's what we need. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't hurt yourselves and finish your drives. That's what the keys for this one.
I couldn't agree more. That's exactly what I'm imagining too. Like, get out on the field, take care of business, and then I want everybody with their pads off by halftime. I want everyone just cheering on everybody who's not getting a ton of tick and just going home. That's
Send
all.
Goldie on the field. Send Goldie on the field.
There we go.
Give him the rock. Let him run through it like he does in the mascot games. That's what I want at halftime.
Yeah. I want to get deep in the depth chart.
For real. All right, I'm gonna do 3 players to know for Northwestern State, and then we're gonna dive into the predictions. So the 3 players you need to know as Gopher fans. First, the quarterback, Abraham Johnston, redshirt freshman, 50% so far on the year passing. Like we said, only 85 yards passing. Last year, he was a whopping 47.8% completion on the year with 400 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions. Look, I never mean to be an asshat, especially to they're just kids. We talk about this all the time. They're just kids.
Yep.
He should come onto this field and hate football. He should come onto this field feel like a wreck because things are coming at him too fast. He can't get anything done. He can't find a receiver. He wants to yell at his teammates because Anthony Smith is eating his lunch money. That's how this quarterback should feel at the end of this week.
I think that's you being an asshat. I think that's just you. No, that's you saying what a defense should do. That's how the defense should make everybody feel. They should just be done. Like, I don't want to play this anymore. I want to go home.
It's like when you're playing in NCAA or Madden or whatever. You got it on the hardest setting, and the computer's whooping your ass and getting 5 interceptions. And you're like, I'm just going to turn this off. This isn't even fun anymore.
That is the exact emotions I want our defense to drum up this weekend.
Yes. The 2 other players know Clinton Anakwuru, defensive end, 3 tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble last week. He played at Coastal Carolina the last 2 years, had 41 tackles and 2.5 sacks in that time. He's a defensive end, 2 know on that side of the field. Then their linebacker, Fernando Washington. He played 2 years in community college where he had 50 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 1 pass breakup in his sophomore year. Last week, he had 8 tackles, 1 sack. So overall, those are going to be their best players on defense. The quarterback runs the offense, both passing and rushing, but he should be dominated this week. I think that overall, I'm not too worried about this game. So let's dive into the predictions. I want to know, over or under, Tristyn, Drake Lindsey pass yards. Now, hopefully he's only playing a half.
That's what makes these tricky.
I'm setting the line at 200 flat, or 200 and a half. So basically, if he gets over 200 yards, would be the over. Under would be under 200 yards.
You know me, I'm an over guy, and it takes a lot for me to talk myself out of an over, but I am going to go over. I think we come on fast. We are going to come out firing, and he's only going to play the first half, but I'm going to go over.
I'm trying to cheat really quick and see.
I couldn't find any lines for this game. I don't even think there's a spread up.
I couldn't either. I was just trying to cheat and see if I can see what we did to Rhode Island. Max Brosmer had 271 yards. Okay, I'll take the over as well.
Yeah.
I was going to try and talk myself into the under if Max had under 200 yards because I was like, okay, they're going to let the backup get on the field. They're going to run the ball. But no, I can't. 200 yards, Drake's getting it. Plain and simple. All right, DT rush yards. Now, he just had 140. I'm not going to go that high. I'm going to say 115. 115. You got over or under on Darius Taylor rush yards?
I have 125 written down on my paper right now. So that's over. I do think, they're going to go to him early and often. And then, again, sit his butt down. Just Get him in the ice bath right away.
I'm going to go under. I'm going to take 105. I think he's going to crack 100, and the second he does, they're going to be like, "Okay, Darius, get off the
Big.
field. We're going to put the backups in. We got Fame, we got Cam Davis, we got AJ Turner. Y'all going to get a whole bunch of carries this week. Darius,
Mhm.
you got your 100. Sit down." Like that was how I feel.
We need you to hit 100 quick because we already put it in the book. We use pen.
Darius, you get they sit him down before the game and say, "Darius, you get 10 totes. I want you to break 100. You get 10 totes." Like that's what you get.
We're only going to count it if you can get it in 10.
All right, I want you to give me your prediction on what is the number of yards that the Gophers give up defensively this week.
Oh man, what was their total yards given up last week?
151. 151 was the total they gave up to Buffalo.
I look like a psycho if I predict we give up 80 yards. Like, what am I supposed to say? I confidently believe we can hold them to under 80 yards, and that doesn't even sound realistic in a college football game. Like,
You're going 80. You're going 80?
Sure, I'm going 80.
All right, I'm going to go 120, and it's because I think we're going to get our third string guys in there, and then there's going to be some errors or something. Where something happens. All right, you get first pick. We're going to go 2 picks on this one. Who gets the first touchdown for the Gophers?
Okay, okay.
It's kind of out there now. Darius didn't score last week.
I don't know what the other picks are going to be because oh, this is dumb. This is so dumb. It's not dumb because it definitely could happen. Zaquan, pick 6.
Ooh, he is going hot. He is going hot on his first touchdown.
Defer. We go defense right away. I think Zaquan pick 6.
Dog, I love it. I'm here for it. You ain't gonna find me picking defense for the first touchdown.
Well, that's fun. That's fun right there.
I'm gonna go Jamison Gears. I think that connection is building in the red zone. I'm gonna go Gears. All right, who's your second pick?
And then I will go Darius Taylor. Keep it safe on the second one.
All right, my second one, I am going to say another deep ball to Jalen Smith. I was going between Tracy and Smith. I think both of them are going to be our 1 and 2 for a lot of this year. But I called my shot. I said Jalen Smith was going to have the most receiving yards this year. I think he hits another big one in this game. I'm going Smith.
There was a moment I was watching the Ohio State game, and I said to myself, "Do we have the best Jay Smith in the Big Ten?"
Ooh.
It was just a question. I was just asking the question. I just asked the question.
Find me asking that question, but I like where you're headed.
During that first half, I was kind of like, I don't know.
He had 2 drops, but RJ Smith had 2 drops too. So I mean,
hey, I just ask questions again. I just ask the questions.
All right. Do the Gophers score in the first drive? In their first offensive drive?
Yes, and the second and the third, and probably before. Right. But yes, I think we do. I think we go down the field, mostly because PJ always has that first script. Those scripted plays are always awesome. Like,
all right, touchdown or field goal?
Touchdown.
All right, I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna go field goal just to make it spicy.
Okay.
All right, we're shifting to the defense. Do the Gophers get turnovers in this game? If so, how many and who gets them?
3's a lot of turnovers, but it's not really. Okay, I think Zaquan gets a pick. I don't know who recovers the fumble, but Anthony Smith forces one. And Devin Eastern forces one too.
2 fumbles. Okay.
I just think they're going to be sick of trying to throw the ball at some point.
I'm going to go 2. And I think both of them are going to be interceptions. I will go Coy Parrish getting back on the board, and I will also go Zaquan. I can't go Zaquan. Yes, I can. We're calling interceptions. I don't know.
I mean, there's only so many guys on the field.
All right. Who leads the team in tackles this week? I'm going first. I am taking Maverick Baranowski, and I'm going to take it straight to the bank.
That's why I wanted Maverick, but I was trying to get spicy with it. I was getting too cute. Give me Anthony Smith. Give me Anthony Smith.
Okay. Okay. All right. This is one where you're probably gonna not have to get too cute. Okay. How many sacks and who gets them?
3 sacks. Actually, he didn't get their quarterback didn't get sacked at all last week. Give me 2 sacks.
He's running for his life.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, 3 sacks. Fine, you talked me into it. 3 sacks. Anthony Smith. Give me a Jackson Howard sack because that's fun. And I mean Devin Eastern.
All right, ready for this?
Um,
Give me 3 sacks as well. I'm gonna go Anthony Smith,
yeah.
and no, I'm not gonna do it again. I ain't getting 3 in one game. The third one, let's say it's gonna be Coy on a crazy blitz or something like that.
I like that. I like that off
crazy.
the edge. Yeah.
All right, we got 3 more when it comes to the predictions. Then we'll talk about the game briefly and wrap this thing up. First of all, offensive player of the game, defensive player of the game. Which one do you want to pick first?
I'll go. I mean, I'm just gonna ride who I've been rolling with the whole game for defensive Anthony Smith player of the game.
All right, then I will go Coy Parrish. I think it's going to be a big day to get him back on the board. I think it was eating at him not to be out there doing things last week. I think he was like, bro, I want to return. I want to score. I want to get a pick. I want to hit. Like, just let me in. And you could tell.
Don't take me off the field.
Buffalo was like, bro, do not go near number 3. Do not go near number 3. Like, I think he's going to get in this game. You got Anthony Smith. So I'll go first on the offense. I'm going to take... This is tough because I think Darius is going to be out because he's resting.
Yep.
I'm going to go Drake Lindsay. Because I think they're going to let him really make those connections happen, and then they're going to get him off the field too.
Okay, I like that. Let me go Jameson Gears then. I do think that connection was awesome. Jameson looks good, finding spots in the zone, just... I think that is going to be, he's going to have some catches, a few touchdowns. It'll be sweet.
All right. I want to know, what is your final score for this game?
I wrote 42-3, but let's make it 49. Let's make it 49 because I've gotten more confident through this game. 49-3. And the 3 is the garbage time field goal that they kick.
I'm going to go, you're not ready for this. And I'm usually like pretty conservative on this.
I was going to say, I was like, you more bigger than me?
Dog, yes. I am going 54 for the Gophers. I was tempted to go 63. I'm not even going to lie to you. That's how trash I think this team is. And I'm going to go Northwestern State gets 10 because, I'm going to go with Northwestern State gets 7 because the Gophers third stringers were like, yo, I forgot that was my coverage. They got us deep on that one. Like, they got us deep for 40 yards. Their quarterback now has 60 yards. Darn. Like, I think that's what it's going to be. All right.
20 passing yards going into the fourth.
All right, Matt. That's the predictions for the game. Let us know your thoughts on the predictions in the comments below. But also, I want to hit 3 questions before we wrap this up. First one is, what is your biggest worry in the game?
Okay. Okay. Offensive line. We didn't really talk about offensive line, but there were moments where we were like, okay, not getting a solid push. Like, they could clean some things up. If that doesn't happen, Darius Taylor will only have 105 yards as opposed to 125. So,
all right, at first I wrote down I don't have any, like literally no worries. But I walked it back.
Concerned about which side of the couch I'm gonna sit on.
Right. No, I walked it back. My biggest worry is staying healthy. We need to come out of this game healthy because the next game is going to be important.
Yes.
All right, next one is, what gives you confidence in this game? Mine is the defense and the depth of our running back room. I think even if for some freak reason Drake Lindsay's not playing well and the passing game sucks, the offensive line can't hold up, I think that we have enough running backs to really create in this worst case scenario, and the defense will shut them down. So I think we're okay there, and that gives me confidence.
I think it is the I'm going to go passing game then, because everybody can catch. Everyone looked very solid. Like you could take any three play.
A lot of balls.
We dropped. Okay. That actually could be one of my concerns too. We got to clean up the passes, but that's first game jitters. First game jitters. Just chalk that up to first game jitters. So I'm gonna say the confidence of Drake Lindsey, not worried about who he's throwing the ball to. He's throwing it to whoever's open. God, I hope they catch it.
All right, last question. We'll wrap this thing up. I want to know your out of nowhere player to have a big game this week.
Oh, out of nowhere is tough. Give me yours first. You go.
I got two. Of them. I tied it. I said Emmanuel Carmo and Matthew Kingsbury. I think they both only saw 9 snaps in week 1. I think both of them are young guys that the Gophers want to get involved. So I think one of the two of them at least is just going to pop off and go crazy.
Give me Jackson Howard. I mean, he's not really out of nowhere, but I think he's going to get a lot of play time this week. I mean, he played a lot last week, even though he's in there quite a bit. So he comes out and shows why he's a 5-star recruited by every single college in America.
Yeah, I'm here for it. That's going to do it for us. I hope you enjoyed this show. This is what we're going to do each and every week. We're going to get into the predictions. We're going to have fun with it. We got our new segments, What the Helly, and That Boy's Good. And we're going to have some fun with this season. It is Gopher season. We are looking to go 2-0 on our trip to 10-2. And hopefully you'll hit subscribe. Hopefully you'll tell others about the show. Join us every week live after the Gophers game. We are doing live Gophers post game. We did one last week. Yep. So hit subscribe on YouTube. That's where you're going to find that live, and hopefully you'll jump in the comments so you can be our comment of the week this next week as well. Any final words for the people, Tristyn?
Nah, just enjoy it. We got a sampling this week. We do have NFL starting as well. So pace yourselves, people. Pace yourselves, because we're in the thick of it. We got Friday to Monday, Thursday to Monday. We're locked in. We're knee deep. I love it. This is the best time of year.
It's here. It's back. Row the boat, Sky, you might go Gophers as always. And please don't forget to hit subscribe.